But still, welcome. New Modern Warfare came out a few days ago, and well, I'm going to be playing a little bit in the multiplayer. And you're welcome to join if you want to, if anyone actually does see this. And as you can tell, I've played a little bit already. Just mostly to unlock a few things. And if I do rage and don't mind it, this game is a little bit frustrating. Well, at least if you ask me. Anyway, probably play a little bit of just normal multiplayer. Ah, God damn it. Well, seems like that in a few extra things. So I'm just not a massive fan of those 3 game modes. So I'm just want to play those ones. And don't mind anything in the background if you do hear anything. And we'll see how we do. And off to a bad start. God damn it. But as you can tell, I honestly haven't been having a lot of good experience with this game recently. Like, yeah, it did just come out, so people are of course going to be camping in this game, and that's pretty much about the only problem that I have with this game. Just a bit too many people camping. One, two. Okay, didn't see anything. Yeah, of course they were crouched around the corner. Thank God I was actually lucky enough to realize that. Ah, damn it. Forgot to check my ammo count. Should've just broke it. I was trying to go hack it. God damn it. Yoink. Okay, honestly, they showed up at last second. I didn't even see them at all. Just in my defense, I didn't see them. Ooh, he died. Ah, come on. It's a little bit annoying though that everyone runs the same weapon, including myself. Trophy system. I don't think I've actually ever seen someone use an actual trophy system until this match. Got lucky, I guess. One, two, well, of course. They go and throw a grenade, and of course they're camping. It's one thing which I don't understand. It's just people camping. How is it fun? Because I honestly just find it very boring, and like it feels like it's nearly impossible to do. It's actually one of the reasons why I'm not 100% on this map. Like, to me, this map feels pretty bad. 3-lane map, not really much options. It's actually about your standard map. Of course I shoot without looking. It's also another reason why I'm not really into... Well, it's actually one of the reasons why I'm not much into the hardcore mode in this game. With the amount of people who just pretty much camp, and with the people who just pre-aim around corners. I'm just not a massive fan. And I don't think I'll ever play the hardcore mode in this map, in this game. 1, 2, 3. No. Also a shot. Yeah, get it? Worth a shot? I hate myself. Also, I am a little bit sick, so if you hear me cough every now and then you'll know the reason why. Hello, buddy. Of course they're camping on top. I had a feeling they were on top. I didn't want to do anything just in case. Another thing, people don't realise, but you kind of have to go on to the point to stop them from being able to capture it. It's actually one thing which I like about this game. It makes people not want to camp unless they're on the objective themselves. Itself. I saw them at the same time. I have to admit though, the shotguns are a lot of fun to use though. Especially considering you can do stuff like that. That's why honestly I'm a little bit of a fan of the 357. Seems like I found a kill. But yeah, I'm actually a little bit a fan of this. I didn't get... Forgot. This game actually goes in between Final Kill as well as play the game sometimes. First game back on 11-13. Could have been better. And I leveled up. And now I have Battle Hardened, which I'm never going to use. Anyway, there's certain weapons which I just love in this game. And certain weapons which I just kinda hate. So I'm just trying to figure out which one do I actually have on. Because you get special variants. I'm not even unlocked the right version. It might be in digital. It might be a special one. For all I know. Because they brought out these special variants that you're able to get, which you're able to use the weapons earlier. So like for example, I bought the little like extra pack that was able to be done, and I got the 357 revolver. And you unlock that, I think at level 21, I think it is. And yeah. There's also another one for the M19, as well as the 50 GS, otherwise known as the Deagle. And I think it's the same with every weapon. For example, I got the Piercer, which is a MP7 variant. Okay, I haven't played on this map for a while. Huh, I unlocked anything for this. And that's not going to matter because I'm switching out to the foul. Because, like I said, I like switching up whatever I use. I'm not a massive fan of using the same weapon over and over. Anyway, some people didn't overly like this map, mostly because, well, during the beta, well not beta, but during like the multiplayer reveal, and I wasn't much of someone to be watching that. Like, I didn't even watch it. Well, actually, I didn't, well, I did watch a little bit. But this map wasn't really shown. Really? They're sitting in a corner. That's one thing which I'm not much a fan of. People just hiding in corners. I know I said it before, but I'm gonna keep saying it over and over, just because, well, that's frustrating. And some people don't realize this. Some people. Ow. And they go immediately into a corner. No surprise. I mean, for example, I'm using a semi-auto here. Well, that's literally the only semi-auto that's within the assault class. That was actually my fault because I went out into the open, but they were also pretty much camping there. It's a little bit annoying. They pretty much promote you to be able to camp. And honestly, I actually kind of prefer more domination on this game. As weird as that sounds. I kind of prefer domination more on this map, well, on pretty much this game, more than Team Deathmatch. Which is what most people play. Jeez. I got died. Again, see, hiding in a corner. Like, how is that fun? Granted, the level 6 and just unlocked the weapon. It's still not, I would say probably still not acceptable. Like, we're spawning always in the same location because they're not moving. They're sticking on the outside. Also, yes, I did see them. God damn it. Like I said, it's not exactly fun if they don't move. One, two, three, boop. 1, 2, 3, boop. This is why I love grenades and actually having shrapnel available with normal grenades. If you run claymores, just go away. Not even if you're using shrapnel or not. Just please let go. Because claymores are just cheap kills. With grenades, well, they actually made sense. And you've actually got to throw. You've actually got to know where they are. Also, because it seems like it's not exactly working. And yes, I do have 2 for shield, but there's a reason why I have 2 there with the shield. Yeah, I can't do anything about that personal radar. Actually, I can't even remember what I was saying just before. I have a horrible memory, if you couldn't tell. And usually, whenever you're just kind of casually playing games, it's usually pretty good. Usually you don't have very much to worry about, you don't have to worry about dying so much. But it still gets annoying when it's the same person over and over that's killing you and they're pretty much sitting in a corner. Especially if it's spawn killing. That is something which just does not deserve to happen. Like, for example, this game, there's pretty much no spawn protection. Like, you can move a few centimeters and, well, not even move anywhere, and there's no spawn protection. Why crouched? You know what, they slid. After rewatching it, they slid. I was gonna go and run a shotgun, but because of this map being so big, it wouldn't necessarily be a good idea to do so. And of course, because I have an SMG, they decided to fire at me from distance. You don't see anyone using SMGs in this game, and don't expect to. because of the fast time to kill, people want a decent weapon that does decent damage. So they're going to stick with literally the same weapons which everyone's been using since the beta. They're going to nerf that very quickly, I can already tell. Because, I mean, it's either that or it's the kilo that's been used. I don't think it's been any other weapon. Another thing, if you're on Ghost, again, leave. I've had bad experiences with that, or otherwise known as UAV jammer. They both have the same name, pretty much. Let me guess, it's going to be a claymore up here. I'm waiting for a claymore. Well, he had the claymore. Like, again, these guys are pretty much camping. I know I pretty much just baited my teammate there. And if you... like, say, teammate, if you do ever see this eventually, I'm sorry. Look at that. Just there. Did pretty much the exact same thing, but I did the complete opposite of what these enemies have been doing, and I just got a normal UAV. I don't run personal UAVs, and if you run it, so be it. Just make sure you're running a normal one, otherwise it just kind of frustrates me. And of course, again, see, the assault rifles, if anything, they're probably got a bit too quick of a case of time to kill. They heal you pretty much in less than a second. Which, yeah, they're supposed to. With an SMG, supposedly doing about, I think it's the same amount of damage which they're meant to do in close quarters. But when it comes to distance, they become a little bit worse. Seems like someone took the name of Oculus. Fuck. Sorry, YouTube. If you heard that, sorry. That's also another thing which I like. They actually added in a little bit of voice line to, like, the characters. It's a small detail, but it's a nice one. One, two, three. Right, this is probably a bad idea. Okay, fine. Again, same thing there. But, they're running around. I was trying to actually hack the thing. There. What? Come on. Oh, damn it. It seems like these... Again, same thing that, what the hell is my body doing? You guys saw that. You saw what happened to my body. Oh, just watching that back and that just looked hilarious. Okay, I don't care that I just died from an assault rifle or from the M4. That is just hilarious in the way which I died. Like I said, I'm not exactly the best at this game. I'm not that good. Especially considering I'm using different weapons than everyone else. I'm not the type of person to sit in a corner or do anything like that. I'm the type of person to run around. Also, I'm never running a... like, it kind of fits on this, but no. I don't run a holo on this. Anyway. I reckon I'll do probably... No, I don't want domination. I was going to say earlier, well, that I was going to do a thing. We're going to do a normal. Or do like one more. I think instead I'm actually going to hop in the ground war, probably play with a sniper. Or, yeah, I'll run with the sniper. I'll actually run with the Drakov. Or Drakenov. YouTube, I said Drakenov. Not the other one. Not 100% sure on what I can actually say yet, because I'm still pretty new to YouTube. Especially when it comes to streaming. I'm not 100% sure on what needs to be done. Anyway, I haven't used the Drakov yet at all. Like, I haven't touched it. Really? Okay, I think that's... yeah, that's the first time I've actually ever been run over. Of course someone's running over people using a plate helicopter. There it goes. As you can see, I'm not exactly best. Especially considering this is actually the first time I'm actually using it. Why is it saying I'm allowed to spawn there even though there's nothing? Anyway. Jeez, that low res. Really? Really? How did I actually die so quickly? Why am I the one to die? Like, he's aimed at me. No one else. Just me. I'm gonna play die. Like I said, I haven't used this sniper yet. Actually, no, I have. I've picked it up like once, and that's it. See, I haven't gotten used to the bullet time or anything like that. Like I said, still fairly used to the sniper. And considering the snipers actually have bullet drop, at least if you use them at range, like they're meant to be used for, they actually will have bullet drop. One, two, three. Oh, I've only got one available. I need to quickly reload. One, two, three. Ah, I almost got the sentry off. Also, this is another thing which is a little bit weird, I have to admit. They allow you to just go ahead and do stuff like this. I'll stick with the Draco for now. Like, if you well, if the enemy team or yours captures the entire map, it will detonate off a nuke. I've had this happen to me twice. Honestly, it wouldn't matter anyway, considering they won. Also, you're still allowed to do that kind of thing. It's weird. And again, for some reason, sometimes they go in between, like, either you doing the... Wow, epic. Epic! Oh, that's gonna be happening for a while. Anyway, I'll go for a full match of, that. Just more so, I didn't really get to show off the thing very much. Also, yes, I run a tactical suppressor. I am that type of person. But I'm not really a massive person for running a thermal. I did it like once and I'm not a massive fan of it. So instead, I'm going to grab sleight of hand. Full group. That's actually really what I need there. But I got two different sniper loadouts. I got this one and the one down below. This one actually was a shotgun one made. Just more so a shotgun for a quick little kill and an SMG for a little bit further out. Also, each weapon I think has at least 50 levels each. Just think about that. 50 levels each. That's quite a bit. Most of us, well, what you're meant to do is actually go onto this objective here. I'm waiting for people to go on top of there. Or on the side. That's where the snipers are really at. And that's where I'm at, usually. I don't go on the side unless I'm there to kill them. Or if they're up there, that's like the only other spot where I'll see them. Most of the people who played the beta would know this, especially if they played Ground War. Some people didn't play Ground War at all. Here's one cool thing about the sniper. Ow. Oh yeah, and my character does look like he's a default character. He's not. This character is actually called Bale. You get him to replaying the campaign. It's actually one nice thing. They actually they actually give you rewards for playing the campaign. For example, they decided to chuck in tokens into this game, which allow you to be able to go ahead and get certain things. For example, like levels. For like little things, so you can get like double money on that. So it's actually worth playing the campaign, especially if you like a good story, because the one in this is actually pretty good. I've already played through the entire thing. And yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. Again, I'm sorry if it seems a little bit boring. When it comes to the Call of Duty games, I'm a little bit more of a sniper if anything. Also, there's a tank there. There's a friendly sniper all the way over there. That's actually part of the squad mate. Which is interesting why they added it. Well, I don't exactly know why they decided to add it in. I guess for like extra teamwork kind of thing. Also, I'm really not sure about the bullet drop in this. I know there's bullet time now. Okay, again, there's little things like that. Like, I can't see him, so how can he see me? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Again, when it comes to the game with these games, I just prefer snipers. I don't know why. There's another enemy over there again. I'm not sure if there's actually bullet drop in this game, because I've had a couple of times where the bullet will go straight, even at long distance, compared to certain spots where it will go and barely go anywhere. So I'm not 100% sure on the bullet drop system, even if there is one. That's not a sniper. Nope. That's also another thing. The moment there's a tank on the objective, you pretty much just lost that objective. Not 100% sure if I saw someone there or not. Oh, I saw something. And I saw someone. Another thing is that there is mounting in this game, which is pretty cool. I thought I saw someone up there. That's not. Anyway, I probably should at least move somewhere. Another thing which was annoying was pretty much vehicles up there. As well as snipers up there. But the snipers one wasn't as annoying. Also, the way in which UAVs work in this game are actually pretty cool. Also, I'm not going to be going after any sort of like nukes or anything like that. I'm not really that type of person. I don't really care. I'll probably watch in like a video and that's about it. I really don't care about that kind of stuff. I just prefer playing the game and just kind of relaxing. That's the type of gameplay which I like. Of course everyone's different. Nah, finally I died. Like I said, if you find this boring, then you don't necessarily have to watch. Which I can understand if you do find this boring. Obviously everyone shows something different. Anyway, go ahead and recapture this objective. People don't realise that they do go from behind and capture the last objective. Another thing, more money. And this is actually kind of decent if you want to level up quickly. Because you get twice the amount of, well, you get like an extra, I think it's like 20, or could be double the amount. I just capture an objective all by myself. That's pretty much just saying how useless the teammates are sometimes. Yeah, I feel like sometimes there could be some more recoil than expected. It wasn't even a one-shot, one-kill. It was a two-shot, two-kill. Again, I think there's a little bit of bullet time at least. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out, considering Ground War is still brand new. And then you have people like M13 at least, but UAV jammer. And I'm not much a fan of people who run UAV jammer. It's like people not being fans of snipers who sit at the back of the map. I mean, in this case it can be useful, because there's no bullet time and well, there is bullet time, but it doesn't feel as much as, like, say, Battlefield, especially with the bullet drop. I think there being none, which of course they're probably going to implicate because people are going to keep complaining. Like some guns just feel like they have no. It seems like they got no recoil, and especially the assault rifles. It seems like they just got no recoil. And I think that's one of the massive things which I just find as a complaint. Look there. That guy actually died. But like I said, the moment there's a tank on the objective, that's the point where you just can't do much. Let's try. He's probably trying to figure out, like, what happened there. Again, even from there, like, to me, it feels like those kind of guns should at least have some sort of bullet time, or they shouldn't do as much damage. Here's the DEFCON thing which I was talking about. You have to capture at least one objective before the timer runs out, otherwise you automatically lose. How did I miss? Right? Did someone actually kill? I think someone actually decided to kill me there. Again, you even got people like that. Head glitching, well, it's just annoying. You can't do much about it. Let's try. It's like there's attack insurgents in there. Let's try. Again, when like there's a game like this, something like Ghost shouldn't exist. And sorry if you do like Ghost, it's just, well, not Ghost from Modern Warfare, like 2, like not Simon Ghost Riley. I'm actually talking about actual, like the perk Ghost. It's just annoying. Because you're able to just have people camp in one area and, well, no one will know. I don't know. Shooting there. Oh, they died instantly. They died instantly. I'm more of a sniper when it comes to these kind of games. Here's the nice thing is that we're safe behind this wall. Like I said earlier, I'm not 100%. And again, M4, same person over and over. I just don't think it's really right. And especially considering we're just being spawn killed. Also, I don't necessarily have the right person for this. People are definitely going to be taking... Where was this guy? He's laying down prone with an MP5 UAV jammer, no surprise. Bloody hell, just go away. Like I said, if anyone uses UAV jammer, just get rid of the perk. Like, yeah, every perk is supposed to go and counter some sort of thing. In this case, it goes for UAVs. But because of that, people are of course going to use that system. and then you're gonna have another problem on your hands. Like, why are you looking here? There is no reason to look over here unless you're heading to the location. I didn't aim there. I did not aim there. Like, that's a little bit stupid. Like, you would expect it to go to the green laser. The green laser was down there. I'll still be surprised if that kills someone. They die. It was 2 points. Wait, what was the final kill? A roadkill was the final kill. And that's because someone was sitting in a fucking tank. A bloody tank, sorry, YouTube. Sorry. But still, it's annoying. Right, so I'm still finding it amazing though that I died for a assault rifle and somehow managed to get myself lodged up. Hey, cool! I got the little cute little trophy system. So I just find that funny. So I mean, I can see the trophy system being useful, especially considering it's not tactical anymore. Also, it's actually kind of cool as well. They add in a Field Upgrade Pro, which allows you to be able to run a Pro version of, well, whatever you have. I'm not sure exactly what you have to do. Maybe you're able to select 2 of them. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think that's what it actually is. You get to choose 2 and then you get select out of those 2. Anyway. So with this, I won't allow to have anything. So if I run this, I've increased bullet damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as recoil control, but my aim down, sight speed and movement speed goes down. With this, recoil control and bullet velocity is still up, but it's not as heavy on the movement. I think it's actually better control. Like, the control definitely goes up from the standard. The range is definitely goes down, well, back down. I'm not 100% sure yet. Each thing has its positive and negatives. Like, for example, the tactical suppressor, which I don't know why I have on this one, and I don't know why I actually like it, but yeah. Also, I do like having a sleight of hand. It's not necessary, and you're probably better off going with something like recon, but I honestly really don't care. Like here, you got that, and then there's this. If you want to use the sniper, if possible, in close quarters, you'd use this sight. Or really any sniper, which is only a total of 3, sadly. Anyway, if I put on this, I can't put on some sort of muzzle. A little bit annoying, but it's got better control, like way better control. The accuracy is better. The range is worse at the moment. Again, I'm gonna check on this because, well, it looks better. Again, I'm still pretty new to this game. Also, don't expect me to use LMGs. I'm not a massive fan of them. If anything, you'll probably see me use shotguns a little bit more. And I have a dog in my room. Also, I know I keep complaining about this gun. It's not that bad. Anyway, I'll go ahead and change this back up. Anyway, this is actually the layout which I don't mind. I'll probably switch this out to something else. I'll go with marksman. Again, if you hear anything in the background, just ignore it. I mean, I didn't come last at least. I actually came in a decent place. I say exactly sure. It's not that good. But honestly, if I'm able to, I'll probably try out, well, run this shotgun to show you what it's like. It's actually pretty good. Also, I'm gonna run that. I probably should go battle hardened because people like use space stuns and that. Anyway, cold blooded would be nice, but I didn't get that. I guess I'll try it on. We'll try using a shotgun. And this, I think this is actually based off one of the missions, and there seems to be actually only one other PlayStation user, one Xbox user, and the rest are PC. So this is actually a good time to show there's crossplay in this game, which is really nice, I have to admit. And it means that this game isn't going to die as quickly. It's actually pretty cool. Anyway, well, I'll try out the shotgun again. Which, someone actually has gold for this. Okay, I have not seen the spawn yet. On this side. I don't think I've actually ever seen that spawn. Anyway, I've got this as for distance. I forgot this is domination. I'm not used to playing domination, as you can tell. I'm just not much of someone to play domination in this game. Oh, not even just this game, just in general. Shake it off. Alright, goddamn it. Copyright strike. Oh, 3 kills right there. And claymores. No surprise. And yeah, there's like a group of 2 people on the enemy team. A little bit annoying, I have to admit. Ow. Like I said, you don't see any other weapon really. You don't see shotguns in this game at all. Also, it may seem like I'm camping. I guess he saw me. Okay, honestly, there was no way actually for them to know that I was there. It wouldn't surprise me if there's actually already people cheating in this game. It did, like, yeah, just, yeah, free cheap kill. Again, this is why I don't like claymores. I'm not a massive fan of them. And of course you're camping there. Of course you sit there, so now we got spawn flipped. So now we're able to recapture A. Again, I want to show off the shotgun, but really I can't. This game, with the way that people are playing, it just doesn't feel like it's a game for shotguns. And I'm the type of person to run shotguns. It seems like it's just gonna dominate with like M4A1s, and I'm really hoping that they nerf that gun. Because even in the beta, like, you would expect them to nerf that gun. They didn't touch it. They didn't touch the sniper. Oh, not the sniper, the shotgun, but the bloody assault rifle. That's the thing, you might as well call it a sniper. Like, seriously, it has such little recoil to the point where it feels like a sniper. It feels like a fully auto sniper. Another thing, the moment there's some sort of air vehicle in the air, like a VTOL or really anything, that's just the point, especially on this map, where you can't do anything. Again, the moment it happens, you just can't do anything. At the moment when you're screwed, and yeah, actually could have shown off the shotgun there. But it doesn't matter how you play or really anything. Again, why would you look there? Firstly, while mounted, I don't think they had a UAV up at that time. I think they actually completely nerfed that gun. I'm fairly sure they completely nerfed it. The Mark II actually had a one-shot capability before at one point, especially during the beta. But considering the M4, this gun, people are, I think, complaining about this gun because it actually had that one-shot capability. Like, go back and look at the new gun, well, like, look at the other guns before they just say, well, pretty much making another gun completely useless. I've tried the EBR, I haven't tried it with a normal multiplayer yet. Despite, yeah, you get it early on. And I don't mind the marksman rifles. Good job, you hit in a corner. Like, I don't know what's going through their minds. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna back up into this corner. Like, really? Yeah, because that friendly UAV is gonna really matter. I'm being serious. See? Totally like it's gonna matter. Because people just play claymores everywhere, and it's so annoying. Like, doesn't matter where you go, there's always going to be a claymore in the way. Again, I feel like this lobby is just M4A1s and that's it. I don't think there's actually any other well, that's the point where the match is just completely lost. What? How did I manage to get first place? By the way, sorry about that. It's just because I live with my family still. They are annoying. And trust me, you don't want to hear them. Also, one thing that's just very weird and a little bit annoying. For some reason, I've got something that I have unlocked, but I can't access. I think probably the best way is probably going into a private match, because at least then you can access every weapon. So like here, I unlocked the M13, which I got now the tactical, as well as I'm able to do that. Because you can still pick up a weapon and, well, upgrade it, or level it up. If I go here, there's no weapon that I leveled up, except for the P90. A little bit of the Uzi, a little bit of the P19, and MP7. Over here, I haven't touched the Origin 12, I haven't tried the multiplayer at all, haven't tried one, I've used the 725 the most. LMG wise, very close actually, leveling up the MG34, I think I'm actually probably 1 level away. 2 XP away. Marksman rifle wise, haven't really touched it except for the Mark II, and a little bit of the EBR. The Kar 98K, I've tried it before, really good. Sniper wise, the HDR is actually my most used weapon. I've used the right shield a little bit as well. And yeah. Also, this is pretty much the amount of customization that's available for all these weapons. If I quickly check on this. Yeah, so these other two, because they're so like wide, or so much wider, they're not allowed to have some sort of attachment on them. I'm not exactly sure what's the point in having them. If I head over to this LMG, they allow you to change up the rear grip. This is pretty much about the same amount for pretty much everything. Also, 150 belt and a 200. I feel like honestly, 100 is enough by itself. I don't think you really need too much. But I guess if you want to have a look at how much you can chuck on, yeah. Oh my god, that's actually really a little bit different. That's normal. A little bit annoying how you can't really see too much. It seems like the 75 doesn't really change up the way it looks. The 100 completely changes that side. You can also go over here, so you got the Merc. So here you got recoil control, which I think is vertical wise. Like, reduces vertical recoil and provides stability from hip for fast-paced guerrilla tactics. You got here, which is a heavy weighted angle grip, keeps the weapon steady while aimed, helps maintain control during heavy. Pretty much same thing there. No frills, grip. It helps with vertical control. And you got the Ranger one, which is pretty much about the same. It's apparently the best one. Also, considering you can chuck on pretty much most things, it really just makes this gun feel completely useless and doesn't. Oh, why? No. You also got the canted hybrid. You got these different versions, pretty much. I kind of want the hybrid because that was shown, and especially for the semi-autos, it was shown. You also the car here, which is what I like. You got the variable zoom sight, which, geez, that's massive. The thermal hybrid, which allows you to have a thermal as well as normal. You got a Merc. Good. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, I guess. Anyway. I might actually end off the stream now. That's a little bit random. Anyway, I think I might end off now, mostly because I've been streaming for an hour and I have school in the morning, sadly. Because I'm one of those people which still have to go to school. Also, one question I just noticed. Where the hell are the bipods there? Like, you look here, that's normal. This is what the bipod. Oh. Never mind. I mean, usually the bipod's already down. That's why I went, like, where the hell is the bipod? Also, another thing. How is this weapon classified as a marksman rifle? It does the most damage out of its class. That actually can one-shot, I think. Again, still says here, highly accurate lever-action rifle will neutralize an enemy with one shot or one well-placed round to the head or the chest. I've been shooting them in the chest, and it doesn't one-shot anymore. It feels like they extremely nerfed it. Also, what can you actually chuck onto this sniper? This is actually probably the best sniper out of them all. Also, yeah, that's what I thought. More money just allows you to get more, like, XP for kills, and you actually get extra for getting headshots. These don't have any sort of negative. That's actually one thing which, well, I just actually really like these, like, extra things. Also, you still gotta actually, like, get all of these. Anyway. If I was to say probably the best shotgun out of this entire game that I've used so far, if you want practicability, probably the R90 shotgun. I would say this is probably the best one. Pretty much you're able to fire off 2 quick shots with and then rechamber, and even the chambering is really quick. So you can still fire off shots very quickly. And if you want fun, the 725 is probably my choice and what I would recommend. LMG wise, I don't care about the LMGs. I would just say go and move on from there. Assault rifle wise, if you want a bit of a challenge, the FAL, for sure. Probably if you want an easy little gameplay, from what I've used, the M4A1, and especially considering so many. Otherwise, the Kilo is probably the one. They're both very similar in the way which they fire. The Odin is a 2-shot kill, so again, that's probably a little bit more of a challenge. It's got high recoil, and so is the FAMAS. Actually, the highest rate of fire out of the entire class. The M13 being second, I think. Yeah. But the FAMAS has the fastest rate of fire. SMG wise, if you want something a little bit of a nostalgia trip, the MP7 is probably the one to choose there. Probably being sweat wise, I'll probably go with the AUG, or as I like to say, the sweaty gold, because during the beta, anyone who was pretty much being a sweat was using this gun, and it came with a suppressor and a few other things. Also, because I went and did a little bit of chemistry at one point, I actually learned that AU is gold, and I think most of us have known that. P90 from probably a decent amount of ammo. Uzi just sounds weird. I mean, if you want a weird gun, then, well, here's your weird gun. Actually, what can you even do with the Uzi? I'm not sure. You can go no stock. Oh no. Actually, another thing which I like about this game because of this customization, say you want to use the AK. I mean, if you want the AK-47U, then you can go with no stock. And that's pretty much your gun right there. I mean, you can go that, and there's your AK-47U. But say you want some sort of, like, a larger weapon, I would probably say that this would probably do it, as well as running a bipod. And there's your RPK, pretty much. I'm not 100% sure on how to make this gun exact. You can get a bayonet, really. I mean, it's different at least. Oh my god. What does this look like? Sorry, I just need to see what that looked like. You can also go with a variable zoom scope. It's really weird. You can even put a sniper scope onto this, which is an 8 times. That's where that bipod's probably going to be the most useful. Also, another thing, in this game, there is actually, if I go here and choose mode, you got all of these normal ones, being Team Deathmatch, Cyber, Domination, Search and Destroy, Headquarters, Free-for-all, Gunfight, as well as Hardpoint, which I'm actually really glad that all of these do exist. Then you also got Kill Confirmed as well, which I don't know why that's an alternative mode. I guess it's just because it's not in the base game. And then you can also do that. You can change up your thing. So again, for me, I feel like probably 5 seconds would probably be best. You can also enable and disable hardcore mode, which actually changes up your thing. Which, it doesn't actually do anything, really. That's more hardcore, but technically this is hardcore speaking. You only have 30 health, and that's pretty much a one-shot with, I think, every weapon, including secondaries, I think. Yeah. Another thing about this game, there is a co-op mode, otherwise known as Spec Ops, and pretty much apparently people who have actually got it on PlayStation are the only ones that actually have access to this. A little bit annoying. Anyway, so you got these, which is that's pretty much the exact same as what you would expect. You also got these. These little ones are different operations, which you can unlock these different operators. And they're a little bit annoying, I have to admit. I've tried going with for them, and so on and so forth. It's just, I'm not really much of someone to go for these. Like, I'll probably eventually. And this last one's a little bit annoying. I'm not a massive fan of the LMGs. I'll probably go 500 kills with an LMG, and that's it. I'll never touch it again. Over here, same deal. This one's actually, I'm missing 2. Actually, 3 multiplayer ones. I pretty much only have these ones. Anyway, to get Minotaur, you have to get 300 assault rifle kills. To get Grinch, you have to get 100 headshots, which I'm actually about 4/5 there. And over here, to get Krieger, you have to get 25 finishing moves, and to do that you have to sneak up behind someone and actually do the execution, which is pretty cool, I would say. The execution is very interesting, and it's different for each character. So for example, for Bale here, rather than having a default, which is actually what Minotaur had during the beta, whenever you were to play as him, Bale is different. Another thing is that you can also change up here, which could make a difference. But with Bale, the enemy will punch you in the face, while Bale will grab you and just headbutt you, and it's just one of the best ones, I would say. While over here with I actually can't remember. Demon Days, if I remember correctly, and if it's still the same, he uses a fire axe. Well, actually, just an axe in general. As well as these two, they'll probably use their like little stick thing. The other thing is that they do actually use, but they put a little bit of a bio, like giving a little bit of a background, what faction they're actually a part of, and where they're from, their first language, and so on and so forth. For example, here, Domino is French. She's from France, and, well, she's French. Over here, we got Golem, which is actually from Germany. Again, same thing. And then you got over here is Wyatt, being Australian. Which, being Australian, well, he speaks English. So, yeah. Usually these aren't going to change too much. Like, for example, the SAS is all British forces. Over here you got Demon Dogs, which is actually, it's US. And then you got here with these three, which is completely different. Spetsnaz, well, Russian, of course. Also, I do like how it shows a little bit of, like a little bit of a cutscene for them. But yeah, they're from Russia. The Jackals here. You have Azir, which is an unknown. Pretty much he is discovered by the Butcher. You'll probably see him throughout the thing. Through the campaign. Anyway, his first language is Arabic / English. Then you have Grinch here, again same thing, unknown, but his first language is English. They go over here, which Zane here is actually from Nigeria. And over here you got the Shimmerer, which you have a Ukraine. Well, one from Ukraine, one from Austria, and one from the US, which is very interesting. And I really wasn't expecting this. I actually didn't find this stuff. By the way, Krieger's little introduction is probably the best one, considering he cuts his hand. It just squeezes and doesn't show any sort of pain. It's a little bit of interest. But you can change up the style a little bit. For example, the one which I have for Wyatt is actually the Sprinter look. His original was actually a riot gear, which is Prim Straight Blue, which is Australian. Again, sorry about the coughs, I'm again sick. Got over here with Demon Days, which, yeah, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it's been actually nearly an hour and a half. I was supposed to, well, I was going to finish up the thing before, but I just remembered. Anyway, if you enjoyed the stream or video, if you're watching it afterwards, like the video and subscribe if you do like it, because I might be doing this over the next few days. Especially considering I didn't actually like rage at all there. But yep. Have a great day if you're over on the other side of the world, because over here it's actually close to 9 o'clock at night. Anyway, have a good day.